I'm about to do to you what Limp Bizkit did to music in the late 90s. Sorry about that, couldn't resist. But anyway, we're not here to talk about Deadpool. I mean, Deadpool, as you know from my favourite movies, let's say this year, that was one of my favourite movies of the past 2 years. Great movie. But I'm here today to talk about different brand of movie making, specifically bad movies. Hollywood can be a hit or miss kind of market. I mean, movies that are done right from start to finish. Movies that started out good, but then reared towards the bad end of the market. And you can have films that are so bad, they're actually good. But the one thing I want to talk about today are movies that people just classify as bad. And the really bad ones. But I actually still see something in them. I mean, let's take the earliest one I've got on my list. The 1997 movie adaptation, Batman and Robin. This frequently tops lists of worst movies of all time. And I can see why. I mean, it's a bad movie. But, once again, I can see the good in it. I mean, they were at least trying. I mean, and its predecessor, Batman Forever, and the movie Batman and Robin, I can actually see some of the good in them. I mean, they bring out two of my favourite Batman villains, Riddler and Mr. Freeze. So you know what? I don't think they're that bad. I mean, once again, they are bad movies, but I think they had fun with how bad they were. And they were at least trying. Next one on my list is another one from my top 10 favourite movies list. The 2004 adaptation of Thunderbird. I've seen this frequently criticised. People saying it's a bad movie, but once again, if I find it while channel hopping, I think, well, I'll stick around for this. I remember this. This was fun. It's a fun movie, and for the first 2 years of my life, before DVD came into Mass Effect, we had a VCR and VHS tapes, and two of the VHS tapes we had had old Thunderbirds episodes. So you know what? It capitalised on my nostalgia, and it did so right. I mean, yeah, the other one that's on my list of movies that everyone considers bad, but I actually think was okay, was the 2015 version of Fantastic Four. I mean, once again, I can see what people mean. This movie isn't good, but once again, I can see what they were trying to do. They were trying to do something different with the Fantastic Four. It didn't necessarily work, but in the end, it turned out to be a movie that I wouldn't necessarily watch it all the time, but every now and again, I think I can put it on, and I think it's a good movie. I mean, most long-term viewers on my channel will know that there's one movie that I have classified as I don't like anymore, and that's Zathura. But once again, with it, I mean, that's one that you can take good or bad. I mean, I just found the charm has worn off as I've got older, but I'm not going to chastise anyone for watching it. I mean, if they like it, fair enough. You can get more joy out of it than I can at this point. I mean, it was good when I was younger, when I first saw it, but then if I found it channel hopping nowadays, I'll just go, nah, not really. So, yeah. Opinion is a marvellous thing, but in the end, with critics, in the end, movies... Let me try and put it bluntly. Opinion is a marvellous thing, except opinion doesn't always matter. I mean, critics may slam a movie for being completely bad, but then we may get more joy out of it than they did. I mean, I know we do rely mostly on critics to give us the information on what new shows to watch or what new movies to watch, but in the end, if we want to go and see those movies or TV, we do. And in the end, we're better for it. I mean, you can argue how much, but it gives us a stint at something new. So, yeah. And there you go, 3 movies that people thought were bad, but I actually think were okay. However, with the Fantastic Four one, I may have a future video that I might film at some point, stating that while Age of Ultron may have been an okay Avengers movie, if they manage to get the rights back, Age of Ultron could have actually been a great Fantastic Four movie. So yeah, that's a video I might do another time. Until then, well then.